So this is a really useful yoga technique for alleviating anxiety. It's a very basic practice. You can take it anywhere, you can do it anywhere. Nobody will be able to tell what you're doing because basically you're breathing in and breathing out, which of course you're doing anyway, but you're breathing in and breathing out at a specific and easy rhythm. It's a 6-second in, 6-second out ratio, quite straightforward. So it's called coherent breathing because what that does is brings about coherence in your respiratory rhythms, and then all the other things, including the emotional state, will just come into balance. That's the basic idea. There's not much else to it. We'll be breathing in and out through the nose. So if you've got a bit of a cold or a snuffle, you can maybe have a blow of your nose and make sure it's easy to do that. If it's hard to breathe in and out through the nose, just breathe any way that you can. That will be super and fine. You can be sitting down, you can be lying down. Ollie and I here are going to practice together to just come into a balanced state. And as I measure the 6 seconds, I'm going to use these bowls. So you will hear the inhale will be like this, and the exhale will be like this. So it's quite gentle. It just gives us a rhythm to breathe through. And yeah, so that's what we're going to do. When you join in with us, we're going to take about 10 minutes once you get in a rhythm. It's not really strict. So if you go slightly off the rhythm, that's okay. You just come back into it. It may feel like you can breathe a lot longer or a lot shorter. But what usually happens during anxiety is that our breathing rates and rhythms get a little bit erratic. So we feel a little bit discombobulated, and then the anxiety levels will build, and then this will cut in underneath and just like settle everything back to a kind of easy balance. So that's our intention. So make sure you're sat comfortable and that you can hear what we're doing, and we're going to do it together. So are you ready, Ollie?
Yeah.
So when I said you've got to breathe through your nose, you actually will be feeling it a little bit in your throat. So we're going to loosen up the whole breathing apparatus first by having a bit of a yawn. So we'll yawn together. And release your jaw a bit. That's it. And then you take a couple of kind of roars. That's it. Stick your tongue out. That's and then quiet. So you're just going to let your lips close if you can, and then settle so your tongue is quiet in your mouth. It's almost like you could lean back comfortably, find nice and easy. You can rest your hands on your knees or on your lap, whatever feels easy. And then you get that same feeling that we just did, that roaring thing, that but because your lips are closed, when you breathe out, that's it, you can kind of hear it. It's a little bit like when you breathe in, you do breathe through your nose, but it feels a bit like you've got it into your throat. There's a technical yoga name for this. So if you ever feel people calling it ujjayi breath, you'll know what you're doing. It's basically this, breathing in and out through the nostrils. But it's like a bit like a cat purring, actually. If that feels comfortable, you're familiar with it, so it's easy for you. If it feels comfortable like this for you, just carry on like this. If not, just drop back to any kind of normal, easy breathing, and then we'll lay on the kind of rhythm for it. To be honest, this ujjayi breath sounds a little bit like before you get to a snore. So if it gets too hard, you'll end up with the kind of sound, and you don't want that. You want it soft. So see how you go. Main thing is to be easy and quiet, tongue relaxed, lips closed, looking good, a little bit of a smile is okay, but sometimes that doesn't feel very possible, so it could just be easy. And I'll start a little rhythm and we'll just go with it, and we'll see how we just invite it. It's like an invitation, really, an invitation to be balanced, coherent and settled at the level of the breathing, but at the level of the whole body. So we'll just start with a nice easy exhale to start with. So down goes the exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here comes the inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and out. 3, and in, and out. And if the eyes close, that feels okay. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the idea is to let it settle and in. So, and out. Easy balance breathing, coming quietly in. The breath arrives in the body and out. The breath is leaving very easily and turning to come back in. Out it goes. The breath is moving in. And out. 2, 4, 5, 6. In, gently welcoming the breath arriving, and then gently noticing the breath leaving. And yes, the breath is coming in now, and yes, the breath is leaving now. Yes, the breath is coming in now, and now the breath is leaving now, and in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and out. 2, 3, 4, and letting go of the breath leaving and welcoming the breath as it comes in again. And yes, notice the breath leaving, and yes, the breath is coming back in, and balance is there in the breath. Very simple. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, in comes the breath, very easy, and out goes the breath, very easy, and noticing the breath coming in now and letting the breath leave now, just hearing the bells with the measure and out. Incoming breath rising now, and outgoing breath leaving now, and incoming breath leaving now, and as the breath leaves, letting ease be there, and as the breath comes in, allowing wisdom to be there. Out, 2, 3. Maybe the balance gets easier with repetition, and in, 2. the whole body settles and the breath comes in very easy and the breath goes out very soft. And in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and balance is there between the inhale and the exhale. In 2, 3, 4, 5. Inviting the breath to be balanced in this simple way. Yes, breath going out and as the bowls stop ringing, you can let this balance just continue effortlessly. Breath is coming in, and yes, the breath is going out now. So you can use this rhythm to notice the breath moving and have your own sense of balance. Maybe just for a few more rounds of breath. The intention to let that come back anytime you need it. So you always have to be breathing anyway. And it's just a matter of noticing that. Some people like the count, and other people like to repeat something, a phrase that will just keep that balance there. But the idea, you're right there with it, just carries on sort of by itself now. The idea is that you can take it with you. So you can stop, and consciously you can even put a little timer or a stopwatch on the phone, and some people like that, keep their eyes open and see the thing moving. Oh yeah, 6 seconds in, 6 seconds out. You can get all kinds of bits and pieces that help you. You can count it. It wasn't exact, it's just a feeling of rhythm. The basic key ingredient is the balance. And then that really gives you a sort of, it's like you've got a ground to come back down to. And sometimes with anxiety, it feels like a bit like you've lost your ground. You're a little bit, discombobulated and above, so you just come back in. So that's what I recommend that you do. Simple as that. So go well. And let that be a useful tool for you if it works. Thank you.